In psychotherapy, curiosity can play an important role even from the start. A client comes in with something to accomplish, and the therapist shows curiosity about that. What is it you want to accomplish? What have you tried so far? That's the start of a therapist being curious with a client. There are other realms of therapy where a therapist can show curiosity. If the client does something that seems important in some way, such as staring at his feet for a long time or starting to cry, that's probably important, and you want to know why. Why now, and what does that all mean? We don't ask the word why because clients will tend to be defensive at hearing that word, but we want to know why. So we ask, what leads to the tears right now? And that's our showing of curiosity, and we just continue to do that throughout therapy, throughout the sessions, trying to find out what we don't know to solve the mysteries of the client, of what's going on with the client emotionally, what the client's thinking, about the client's goals and behavior, everything about the client. We want to be curious about that. And when the client does an assignment, we may work out an assignment with the client. Suppose the client doesn't do the assignment. We want to know about that. Assignment's important. That's how to extend therapy beyond 50 minutes. You might extend it for hours and hours a week through doing those assignments. So if the client doesn't do the assignment, that's a problem for helping the person quickly and effectively. So we'll show curiosity. That's one of the responses to a client not doing the assignment. What kept you from doing the assignment? What impeded you from doing the assignment? We want to get information about that so we can help the person do assignments in the future, perhaps the same assignment or another assignment. We want to be curious about that sort of behavior because that's also important behavior, whether it's in the session or outside the session. We want to be curious about what the client's doing, particularly something that might be meaningful to us, might be important in helping the client. And this whole concept of curiosity is a major part of motivational interviewing. Motivational interviewing developed as part of a treatment for substance abusers, and the classic example of motivational interviewing would be someone wants to quit alcohol. That's the express goal. I want to stop using alcohol, I want to stop drinking, yet the client does things that are inconsistent with that. So the client may go to a pub with his usual drinking pals. How is that going to work out? And that's what motivational interviewing would suggest. Your goal is this, you want to stop drinking, but yet your behavior is this. And how will you reach your goal when you're behaving in this way? That's curiosity about the person and perhaps the conflict inside the person between the goals and emotions, habits, leading to behavior. Curiosity, we want to show that from the beginning all the way through. And the nicest, the most fun part of curiosity in therapy is when the client achieves the goals, and then we're curious about what do you think helped you? Well, what did you do that helped you achieve your goals? You want the person to learn some lessons from therapy, not just solve one problem, but learn perhaps a process or a way of solving problems that'll come up in the future. So we're curious about the client's perspective on this, of what worked for the client, what the client did. And then we're also curious about, or we can express curiosity about, what will the client do in the future to maintain those gains or to perhaps increase them. Curiosity from the beginning to the middle to the end in psychotherapy.